oh, Baba. Now my boss cell phone. Anybody find out? Bring them to me. 5 million. I don't want your phone. 5 million. I don't want your own phone. Wizkid phone that I found. All right, we're gonna get back to the party. Hold on, let's do it.
Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive. This time we're headed straight to the heart of Lagos, Nigeria for the Nativeland concert.
Yeah, this one had everything.
And I mean everything. From a missing phone to a stage collapse.
Definitely not your average concert.
So to catch everyone up, Nativeland is this huge yearly concert, and it's basically become the place to be for Afrobeats.
Think of it as like a cultural phenomenon, you know? It's blending West African musical styles with influences from everywhere.
And it's catchy as hell.
Oh, absolutely. And it's energetic, global. It's really taken off.
And at the center of it all is Wizkid.
Yeah, he's Afrobeats royalty, no question. So his performance at Nativeland, that was a big deal.
Massive. Okay, so picture this. The energy's electric, the crowd is huge, Wizkid's giving it his all.
And then poof, his phone's gone.
Just like that.
Vanished. And we aren't just talking about missing some selfies here.
Right, this is Wizkid.
Exactly. For a star like him, that phone is like a gold mine. Unreleased music, who knows what kind of contacts, private conversations.
And in this day and age, you've got to think about data breaches too.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge security risk.
Remember those iCloud hacks a few years back? All those celebrities, their personal photos, everything just out there.
It makes you wonder, is the music industry really doing enough to protect these artists from these digital threats?
It's a good question. But back to Wizkid. His DJ Tunez, stopped the show because of the missing phone.
Offered a 5 million Naira reward, too.
Wait, 5 million? I mean, that's almost $11,000.
Yeah, no small change.
So what's the real story here? Is it about the phone itself, or is it more about what could happen if that information gets out?
It's hard to say for sure.
Well, whatever the reason, social media went crazy.
Oh, I bet.
Fans were going back and forth. Some were worried for Wizkid. Some were making jokes. Some were even saying they'd leak the unreleased music before giving the phone back.
Now, that brings up an interesting point, doesn't it? It's like, where's the line between an artist's personal life and what the fans think they're entitled to?
Yeah, it's a weird situation. I mean, what would you do? If you found Wizkid's phone, would you even think about looking through it?
I mean, the temptation would be huge, but there are definitely some ethical, not to mention legal, lines you'd be crossing.
It's like instant gratification versus doing the right thing.
A real dilemma. But hey, on top of the whole missing phone mystery, something else happened during Wizkid's set. Something crazy.
Oh, yeah. Almost forgot about that.
The stage, or at least part of it, collapsed.
Oh, right.
Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt, but it was a pretty big wake-up call, you know?
Yeah. Even with all the hype and the energy, safety can't be ignored.
Definitely not.
I saw some videos online, and it was unsettling, man. You've got the crowd jumping, everyone's singing along, the energy's through the roof, and then boom, the stage gives way.
It makes you think about those who organize these massive events. Are the safety measures really keeping up with how big Afrobeats is getting?
And Legos, you know, they have their own safety rules, but are those even enough when you have these huge international events?
Good question. And it's not just about having the rules. It's about making sure they're actually followed, controlling the crowd, and having venues that can handle a performance like Wizkid's.
What about us, though? The fans. Don't we have some responsibility, too? To be aware, to speak up if something feels off?
Absolutely. Personal responsibility is huge. Everyone's got to work together, organizers, security, and the audience to make sure everyone's safe. It's a tough thing, isn't it? Making sure everyone's safe, but not killing the vibe, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to turn a concert into a security line.
Exactly. But finding that balance, especially as Afrobeats keeps blowing up, that's important.
Because Afrobeats, it's more than just music. It's a whole movement.
It's a cultural force, yeah. It's influencing everything. Fashion, film, even tech.
And it's creating jobs, you know, opportunities.
Challenging the way people see things.
Putting Africa on the map in a whole new way.
Think about it, 10 years ago. Who would have thought a sound from Lagos would be filling stadiums all over the world?
It's pretty amazing.
It shows how powerful music can be, crossing borders, connecting people.
And it's not just about the music itself. It's about the stories, the realities, giving a voice to a generation.
Love, loss, resilience, celebration, those everyday experiences, they resonate with everyone, no matter where you're from.
And it's making the world see Africa's creative energy.
The dynamism, the potential.
It's a different story than what you usually see in the media.
Yeah, it's about showing Africa as a place of innovation, talent.
Inspiration.
And that's where things get really interesting because it's not just entertainment, it's about economic empowerment.
Creating jobs, entrepreneurship, bringing in investment. It's a whole system that helps communities and changes lives.
And is shaking up the music industry.
No longer relying on the West to reach a global audience.
Building their own platforms, defining success on their own terms.
But with all this growth, there are new challenges.
How do you keep the heart of Afrobeats, that authenticity, while navigating the global music scene?
How do you avoid getting lost in the mainstream?
Becoming a diluted version of the original sound, yeah, it's a question a lot of artists face.
Not just in Afrobeats, but any genre that gets really popular.
It's a balance between evolving and preserving what makes it special.
And finding that balance is key. If Afrobeats loses its essence, that unique blend of rhythm, melody, and culture, it risks becoming just another trend.
And that would be a huge loss, not just for the artists and fans, but for everyone.
So how do we make sure Afrobeats keeps thriving creatively and commercially?
Well, for one, we need continued investment, not just from international labels, but from within Africa.
Support the next generation of talent.
The emerging artists, the producers, the entrepreneurs.
And create platforms for collaboration, for sharing knowledge within Africa and globally.
The future of Afrobeats isn't about one person's success. It's about building a sustainable system that benefits everyone.
And making sure that the cultural heritage and artistic integrity of the genre are protected and celebrated.
Which brings us back to what happened at the Nativeland concert.
Those incidents, as crazy as they were, they offer some important lessons.
They highlight how important safety is, holding organizers accountable, and building a culture of responsibility within the industry.
And reminding us that even with all the excitement, there are real challenges that need to be addressed.
But above all, they show the incredible potential of Afrobeats.
Its power to unite, to inspire, to create a future where African voices are heard and celebrated globally.
So as we head into the last part of our deep dive,
Let's think about this question.
what role can each of us play in ensuring that the Afrobeats story continues to be one of growth, innovation, and positive impact?
That's a big question, right? It's not just about liking the music, it's about being part of something bigger.
Yeah, recognizing that Afrobeats has the potential to be a force for real change, in Africa and around the world.
So where do we even start? What can we actually do to support it?
Well, I think the first thing is just to really engage with the music.
Explore different artists, listen to the lyrics, get the stories.
Exactly, because Afrobeats is so diverse. It's not just one sound, it's a whole mix of influences and styles.
And once you've connected with the music, share it.
Definitely. Tell your friends, show them new artists, make playlists, start conversations.
Help those voices get heard, spread the word.
And if you really want to take it further,
Support those Afrobeats businesses.
go to the concerts.
Follow the artists.
Engage with the community.
Every little thing helps. It all adds to the growth of the movement.
And don't forget about supporting those initiatives that are helping the next generation of talent.
Yeah, all those organizations and programs that are giving training, mentorship, resources to the up-and-coming artists, producers.
The entrepreneurs.
By supporting them, we're investing in the future of Afrobeats, making sure it keeps going strong.
It's about creating a cycle,
Yeah.
The success of the bigger artists helps lift up the new ones.
And remembering that Afrobeats goes beyond just the music.
It's cultural exchange, economic empowerment, changing how people see the world.
It's about showing the world that creativity, that resilience, that spirit of innovation that you see in Africa.
And using music as a way to connect people, build understanding, celebrate what makes us human.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the Nativeland concert and the world of Afrobeats,
We hope you've gotten a better sense of just how dynamic and exciting this genre is.
and that you'll keep exploring those rhythms, those stories.
The power of Afrobeats to move you, to inspire you,
Remember, this is just the beginning for Afrobeats.
and we can all be part of it.
So keep listening, keep exploring, and keep that rhythm alive.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
We'll catch you next time.